Yep.
What's good, beautiful people? It's your man over Mustang, and you're tuning into Aura-Genz, your friendly local hub podcast show. Today we got an epic interview lineup that's going to light your world on fire. We're diving deep into the heart of music, culture, and creativity, with guests who's about to drop some serious knowledge, promoting their own work, and other amazing underground artists, spanning genres from rock to hip hop and beyond. Get ready to vibe with us because we're about to bring the energy, celebrating black excellence in the soul of music. Get hype. It's about to go down. Go ahead.
Hey everybody. You're listening to Aluciel Zero Kelvin, and here on this podcast today to just let you all know about the exciting things that I'm working on. So on top of the music projects that I've already released in the past 3 weeks, I'm also working on another project that is going to be released possibly at the end of this year.
Shout out to you. And before we dive into the music, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 25, but I feel like my age doesn't really define the experiences that I've, had at this point in my life. So I don't really like to go by age because it really, for me, all the experiences that I've had, they've all been like, I don't know how to describe it, like, anticlimactic almost. Like every
Mm,
experience I've had for like for a while, it feels like I've been living the same day almost, where like, things only get different as I change them in myself and little differences in like little actions. And so it's really hard for me to gauge time. Like people will ask me, "Oh, hey, what did you do, 2 days ago, 3 days ago?" Like, hey, whoa, hey, that's way too much information for me to, be thinking about just because I'm like on one long wave. Like I don't really even see it like that. So
mm,
I don't know. I'm not really looking at sequences of events throughout chronological orders. I'm looking for the synchronicities. I'm really looking for, the experiences and the moments that I'm really looking forward to. I really just follow the moon cycles and I mean lately that's really what I've been doing. I've just watching the constellations and the moon cycles and I've just been, you know, doing my own thing like I usually do and just making it through it every day, just doing what I got to do, you know.
okay. And how long you been making music?
Well, I started writing music when I was in like elementary school, but I didn't actually start making music until I want to say like 2018. I was writing music, but like not really getting beats and stuff because I had to like buy them and I wasn't really able to do that. I purchased FL Studio and taught myself beat making around 2019, 2020-ish, and worked for about, I honestly didn't work that long, but the hardest part was writing the lyrics. So I would listen to the songs like every day for like a year and a half. And then like after 2 years, I came out with my first project, Tower of Fire, and that was a culmination of like instrumentals, some AI vocals, a little bit of rap, some acapella, just a mix of stuff just to like a groundbreaking, type thing where it's just like this is where I'm starting. And then I've tried to release more or less something every year. So I started 2022, but it's been slowly getting not really, more in volume, but like better in quality is what I'm really going for.
Okay.
So I've been releasing some singles lately, and I feel like almost they're like more condensed than the projects I've done in the past because I don't know, the ideas are a bit more honed. So I feel like I'm saying more and getting more. out there. I feel like I'm just doing a bit better overall than from where I started.
Okay. And how do you feel that you and your music evolve and change over time?
Well, it started with more or less like patterns and just finding, the words and the choruses and, you know, like that was cool and everything, but now I'm like at a position to where I don't really need to just rely on what I can personally do, which, isn't where it could be because I don't have all of the information and I haven't put all the effort that I could have thus far because I guess it just doesn't mean as much to me as I thought because I'm not utilizing that time in that way. But nevertheless, I still feel like what I have put out is still quality because I listen to it like on repeat. Like I wish I could pull up the history for how many times I listened to my own music. Like I don't really put out anything that I don't personally like and can't sit there and listen to on repeat. That's my standard. So like I don't know. I feel like I've always gone through that because I've always like loved songs like so personally. Like I'll pick and choose individual songs and then listen to those songs forever, pretty much. So I I'm really following that methodology, but at the same time, I'm stepping into each genre with like I don't know, not it's definitely not ease. Like I'm like stepping into it though, like and like doing it like correctly. Like that's my whole goal is to just like, do it correctly and like for it to be playable at the end of the day. So,
Mm.
you know,
And so when it comes to you listening to your music, are you listening from a musician or a listener?
I I definitely am listening to it as a listener, but just me like in my personality, like I have like a lot of thoughts. So like I'll always be like making up some kind of melody even when I'm listening to other people's music. That's how I wrote a few of my other songs, like Hurt Eater. I wrote that song while I was like listening to Taylor Swift's Blank Space on repeat. Like, if you match up the choruses, like they're like identical. Like, I I can really find inspiration in like whatever. So like, I don't know. Like, I've been listening to some of my old stuff that's already recorded, and I've been like making new verses and stuff. And I was like, dang, this could have been a lot better, but like. That's not really how, life works. You can't really go back and, you know, but
Eh,
I mean,
I
I could
mean,
always do
you
an updated
can,
version and, all that stuff.
or
But
a remix.
yeah, 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 I like to, like, it goes back to the synchronicities and the time stones of
Hmm.
the milestones and the, time markers. That's what I enjoy. I like seeing it unfold, I guess.
Okay. And you being a listener out your catalog, what is your favorite song so far?
Um, to be completely honest, my absolute favorite song, like when I wake up in the morning and I start the day and I'm on it, like in my head when I'm good and ready and I'm literally finna do what I gotta do and get out in the day, the first song I want to listen to is Valentine by me. It was on my first album. I think it's the second no wait. Yeah, it's the second song. It's the second song. I'm tripping. It's the second song on Tower of Fire. It's got no lyrics on it or anything. It's just AI vocals and the beat was just so good. Like I had stuff I wanted to say. I definitely had stuff I wanted to say, but I couldn't bring myself to, say it because every time I heard the beat, I was like, it's like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to mess with it. Like it's already so good as it is, and like you said, you could totally remix it, and I've been thinking about it. I I don't really want to mess with it. I did make an extended version that I haven't released. It's got a
Mm.
a different beat, a little bit longer, and I listen to that one personally. Like That was my favorite, and I should probably release it. I'm probably gonna release it later on, but it's just such a
No.
hype song, and then it's on 432 hertz, and it's just something about that beat and the AI, the vocals. Man, I'm telling you, it makes like you got that like that Kundalini almost feeling like where you can feel like, the shivers and, going up your spine or whatever. And like, you just feel like you can just take on whatever, wherever. Like, it's just one of them kind of songs. And I just mess with it so hard because I mean, I know it's kind of, you know, uh, what's the word? Well, I guess the word I'm looking for is like elementary because of like where I started from. That's where I started from, the pattern in the loops. But man, it's fire. I like it. I like it so much.
Mm,
you know. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. I try to
no.
do it all.
Okay. So I'm curious about two things. So you brought up using AI, and I'm curious how much AI play a part in your music. And two, I wonder what genre will you consider or will you put your music in?
Oh, those are very great questions. It really for me it's very little because I've thought about it in the past using like AI, this new AI for like videos and stuff, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep it real. And then I have the AI that I use specifically for Tower of Fire. It's it's more or less like a voice bank where I was like typing in the words and I had to arrange the keystrokes with the syllables to like for it to like make the words in the tones that I wanted it to. So it wasn't really AI. It was more like computer generated audio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
but it
AI.
wasn't right. I don't really know any other way to describe it. Like it wasn't my voice. Like it was some uh I think it was called like Mary Orc or something like that. Like it was like a sound bank file.
No.
And it was just really chill. It didn't sound good by itself, but when I was making it, something just happened, man, and it just all came together. And I don't know. Just hey, God bless. I love it.
Okay. And how will you describe your music? And what genre will you put it in?
I honestly think the best place to put it is hip hop, only because majority of my music is like it's all beat and knock, and even the slow ones, it's all boom tat. Like I really enjoy the placement of the notes and just making beats in general. I remember growing up watching my dad do it. He used to have FL, and I remember seeing him do it as like a kid, and it's crazy me doing it now. But like I don't know, it's just something about it that like I personally enjoy, even if it doesn't sound all that great. You know, the ones that do sound pretty good, those are the ones that I actually put out.
Okay.
And you
And
were saying, oh, I'm sorry, you were saying something about what genre I wanted to go into, like moving forward, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, what
Um,
genre will you put it in? Well, I think you answered it with hip hop, correct?
yeah, yeah. Right now, it's probably most likely hip hop. I mean, even though honestly I do rap, my raps aren't really like it. I don't think it qualifies like real
Oh
rap.
no, the other part was how will you describe it? That's what it was.
Oh, how would I describe my music?
Mm-hmm.
I I honestly try to do. I my music is really as much of me as I possibly can. It's like the moment I hear like the music or a melody or something, it's like I've got something, like I know it's there, and I spend hours and days and just all my time just searching for it. Even when I'm not looking for it, I'm thinking about it. And when I find it, it's like gold. And it's just like when I find that, I just want to share that. And head, I'm just everyone else gold, but I guess in reality, gold that's coming out of from me. So I don't really know. I've never really thought about it. I've just been I just hear things and I just feel things and just like have these thoughts, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta express this, and I have absolutely no idea how to do it. And I can't really rely on people, most of the time. Like, I don't know. It's kind of bad to say that because of how many people that, actually show up for you at the end of the day. But,
Mm.
it's sometimes, you know, it's really just down to you. Like, I want to say it's just been like me needing things. You don't really have to need things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a state of, so I really can't really justify it myself. I can look at my behavior and I really can't make excuses for myself. All I can say is I'm human.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. And listening to your music so far, I think I haven't seen you collaborate with anybody, correct? You haven't did no features, or you haven't had no features yet, correct?
Now that you mention it, I don't yeah, I don't think I have had any features.
Okay. Have you done any features yourself? Have you appeared on anybody's
Uh
song?
no.
No.
'Cause it just goes back to like me just like just the kind of person that I am. Like I'm never really around anyone
Mm.
or or anything. Like, for a while it's been like I don't even know how to describe it. It's been just the best thing I describe it as is like the thing from Dragon Ball Z where they walked into the chamber and they were like training for like 10 years and they came out the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Okay.
can't really like I want to, like I hear my friends making music and I want to be on that, but like I don't really agree with it. Like I mess with it. Like it's fire, homie, but I can't I can't really see myself with that idea because I don't know. I got some pretty solid ideas like in my own head. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the time I just what I'm saying, like most people don't have that, and then the people that end up wanting to be around me don't really want to conform to me and my thought processes that are already that I know
Mm.
work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like
Like
I
you saying like you're confident in your vision, or
yeah,
okay,
like definitely like I know like in my head like I can see the kind of person I want to be.
okay. Wait. Are we saying like you as the artist, or like the
Yeah.
idea on the
Like
song, or
I think of it all together
okay.
because like you have to be the person behind the song for it to really be real. Like a lot of these songs are good, but then you turn around and hear them on another album and they're saying something the complete opposite. I can't. I want to be the truth. That way I can where in whatever situation I'll always be saying the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
that's
so you saying
so I've
like
just been
working with like other artists, they don't cooperate with you being yourself, or expressing this truth.
from the very few that have tried to work with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Like but for the most part they don't even really appear or show themselves. So it's just like, why mess with, what I know? So
Okay.
I like I said, I will listen to a song if I think it's good and I'll listen to it until I've cracked it. You know what I mean? And then by that time I don't really need features. I'll hit a verse in one pitch and then do the next verse in another pitch or whatever, or I'll sing or I'll rap, you know, or like I'll layer or whatever. I think on one of my songs it was freestyle and then I got off of it and then freestyled over that. That was called Lost on my very first album.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm very, very used to, playing alone, making do with what I got, you know. I
Mm,
I definitely am not look just, I'm not looking for like, oh, put me on, put me on, put me on. Now, granted, I'll try every once in a while. I'll shoot somebody a DM and be like, put me on or whatever, put me on your playlist, shit.
mm,
But but that's pretty much as far as it goes. So
okay. Okay. Um, so when it comes to other talents, like, do you have any other talents that you specifically looking for to collaborate with?
I I mean, I like to look at artists when they show me like themselves for the first time in their music.
Mm,
I like to really listen. I will listen to like your first song and then go on to your last song. I want to really absorb, what your message is and what you're going for.
mm,
Now, like I'll like most of what I listen to, like I can't really say I've ever heard something that I just don't like. You know what I mean? Like I'll like it if you made it, you it came from somebody who likes that. So there's something in it that you gotta like. So I really will sit there and listen to it and appreciate it. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I don't see me handing off the mic and you saying something similar to what I'm on.
mm.
That's that's kind of where that's what I look for the most part. And I personally, I don't really even look because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, where do you find something just like you when you've done so much? I mean, and it's really hard to even say that because there's 7 billion people. I guarantee you, there's somebody who's had a very similar experience to yourself, but it's quite hard to find those people. So
So you
I
looking?
try not to.
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So you looking for like similar artists or like or artists with a similar backstory?
I mean, not just similar, but I suppose if I could put it in any way, someone who would it doesn't have to be any kind of music similar to me, but the style that I do where I'm not like I try I try to use lyrics as much as I can and just wording stuff and just trying to use as many words as possible with very few profane lyrics as possible. That's really the only thing that I look for. Like you have like you're saying something for real, or you're like it's either it's got to be one of two things. You're either rapping for real and you're telling a story for real, and you're like in a melody and you don't got to be using all this crazy crap, or you have like something like that's melodic and like you have something that's definitely a vibe and it's like your own thing and you're not really looking for or trying to copy anybody's other thing. Like that's what I look for. Like I don't really care about similarities. I just want to see somebody who's like on their own and just like in their own. Like there are some people that I've seen like that and it's just like, okay, I'll work with you even though we probably do not mesh like perfectly, but if you're gonna be like at least, on the same wave as me to where we're like you're like I go from like talking about like the rain and the snow and emotions and stuff, and then you start talking about drinking and smoking and I mean stuff like that. But just if we can mesh, and I know it's pretty easy for any artist to do that, but I don't know. I just haven't really personally seen that. But that's what I would look for is someone who's just, on their own thing, doing something that's really, really cool.
So when it comes to their pen, like you want them to be versatile, to be able to talk about other subjects or similar subjects as you.
I mean, as long as it's what they like, I mean, it could totally be
No,
like
I'm
all
saying
the
like
same stuff.
for
Like,
you to work with them. Like if they were to appear on your song.
as long as it like fit, you know?
Okay.
That's my only thing. If it because in 30 years, I want anybody to be able to listen to it and be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it should good music should really last forever. Like that one song should be able to be played forever. So if we can't hit that mark, I don't really want to be bothered because I could probably do it myself. That's my mindset.
Okay. And I saw that you did some live performance, correct?
Yeah, I just did that.
That was how many times you had a chance to perform live?
That was my first performance. That live performance that was actually recorded too. So
That was your first?
that was my very first one. I've literally been looking forward to that one.
You mind telling us
Like my
about your
whole life.
experience?
Yeah, it was wild. Like I was so serious for a while. I tried to prepare my best for it, and I really couldn't do that because I wasn't really I was like really stressed. I couldn't really sleep well or eat well or pretty much do anything well.
Mm.
Um, but no, I got up there and I was just waiting for my turn, and he called my name up there. I went up there and it just kind of felt like I was gonna like I don't know, like it felt like my eyes kind of like not really closed in, but like I don't even know how to describe it. I just kind of like went into a mode almost. You know what I mean? And just
Mm,
just just went with it.
I think I know what you mean, like Super Saiyan mode, or
It was weird. It was like not adrenaline. It was just like
okay.
I, it was quite literally the one of the weirdest things I can't really explain. The closest thing I can compare it to is like adrenaline. Like when like let's say you hit a roller coaster, like you go to Six Flags all day, you hit all the craziest roller coasters, and you're chilling the whole time, but like that ride home, like that adrenaline like hits you, and you're just like, okay, this that was kind of crazy. It was like that, but it wasn't like intense, like it just like came on like a 12 gauge. It was like an IV drip, and it was just like I don't know, man. It was just like a consistent thing, and I was just like I was really into it. It was I was literally just like, okay, you got the energy, you got the skills, just go for it. And I really I did it really, and I mean I really thought about all the people who said that they were confident in my abilities in performing, and I thought about you know just those people that I care about in general, and those thoughts kind of helped definitely. But when I got right down to it, I just heard the music, and it was just like the music. It's like making the music was like pulling something out of me, but projecting the music back out for other people to ingest is like I gotta be it. So it was literally like I was literally just like the music for like 10 minutes. Like I didn't well, I was catching my breath. I was doing what I did, messing up, keeping going. Like literally, I was trying to be the best and only representation of the music, which was my music, which was it's a head trip because it's like something that you made. So like it was just a very good experience in my opinion. Like I'm very interested in like getting back in there and doing it again.
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. And I'm curious, what song did you get a chance to perform?
So I opened up with my newest single, and I out of stress of the concert, I wrote these three songs that I performed in the concert in that time, in about within like a 3 week range. So the first song that I wrote was called um I Don't Want to Be Sad, and I published that one first, but that was the second song that I performed. The very first song that I performed was called Moving Up, which was a song that I had just recorded like 2 or 3 days prior to the concert. So I opened up with that one. I was kind of nervous. Uh, I know I messed up one of the words. I think it was on I Don't Want to Be Sad, but that's because it was like so long ago. I think I recorded that one the latest. It was like 3 weeks ago or something like that. I think it was like on the 21st of the last month.
Mm,
And yeah, no, the I performed Moving Up first. I Don't Want to Be Sad second. I performed for the third song. It was an old one from Tower of Fire called Aluciel's Manners. It's track four. It's it's my second favorite next to Valentine because of the message that it sends. But I performed that third. It was my favorite. I got the crowd to sing along with me, so that was awesome. Uh, and yeah, no, I closed it out with my new track called Alyssa Made Me Do It, which
mm.
is it's slowly becoming like my like my backup favorite. Like it's probably becoming my favorite if I'm being real.
So remind me again which songs that you perform?
So I started with Moving Up,
Moving up.
went into I Don't Want to Be Sad,
Okay.
rolled into Aluciel's Manners third, and then went right into Alyssa Made Me Do It as the finale.
Okay. And your favorite, which one was it? Alyssa made me do it. That was the one.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun to do, but I mean, I really like performing Moving Up too, so
Okay.
it's it's a very close it's close up there. I want to say that yeah, Alyssa Made Me Do It was probably my favorite though.
And which one is the crowd favorite?
Uh, I really think the crowd enjoyed Alucio's Manners because the chorus and the pre-chorus is pretty easy to get to. It's it's just one of those ones where if you're really feeling it, which the beat you know provides, in my opinion, like they were feeling it. So like I think that was the crowd favorite only because they were able to really get the lyrics in and like they were able to get along and be like part of it too. But I don't know. I guess yeah, that answers the question. Yeah, that was the crowd favorite. But yeah, the personal favorite, the last one. Just because I don't know, something about the energy and I really really enjoyed just performing that one in general.
Okay. That's what's up. And you was talking about you was getting ready for your performance. I'm curious, what was
Hmm.
the things you was getting like? What does that look like for you preparing, for your performance?
Well, I was working pretty much every day. Um, so pretty much I was coming home from work every day. Let's see. If I wasn't like I try to work out, I do my best to get in 100 push-ups a day. Um, I don't obviously get to that all the time. Um, but for the most part, I mean, I was really just working on these songs, and there are a few other songs that I was working on too, but never really got a chance to record. It was just the ones that I don't know what it was about these three songs in general, but there was just a lot of energy around them, and I was just really fixated on these songs. So I would really just spend a lot of my time just, if I wasn't eating, or in my pastime, I literally just like to like eat and watch TV. That's pretty much like my favorite thing to do. So if I wasn't doing that or listening to music, it was probably just sleeping or focusing on the songs and trying to actually get it recorded, because recording was the hardest part. Like, I had plenty of opportunity, but mentally I was like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just I really couldn't get into the zone, and that's like my number one thing. Like, when it comes to like recording, like I really really have to get into it. Like, I can I'll get the lyrics in and like have like every ability to record it, but like if it's just like, because you can hear it in your voice, like you have to have the right energy. So it's just like, it just, everything has its own time that you can do it in. So it's just been a lot of like, it was just really stressful because there was just like a lot of different synchronicities in my head that like, you can't really put a timer on synchronicity. Like, it'll show when it shows, like when you need it to show. So it's like I'm trying to cram all of this stuff into like this short period of time, and it was just like, I don't know, it really felt like crunch time, and I was just super stressed. I didn't really sleep that
Mm.
much, but working helped and listening to music helped. I pretty much listen to music all the time, uh, literally even while I work sometimes. Like, I'll literally just think about that, and that, like, it sounds bad, like how much I'm talking about this music, but at the end of the day, like, you really got to put a lot of thought into it, because, like I said, like, it's like eternal. Like you can literally pick up a song like 100 years from now, and like they'll be able to play that forever. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, you really gotta, even if it doesn't sound good, if it's what you wanted to put out, and like you're happy with it, and it goes back to like, I don't really have to like what you like. If you liked it, it's got some likable qualities. So hey, I'll probably give it a try. If it's not for me, it's not for me. I'm not like super picky about like listeners or whatever. Like, all the stuff that I put it out because I liked it, basically. So
So you make
I,
music for
you know,
yourself?
yeah, yeah.
No.
Like, that's that's literally like, I'm like the first listener. Like, as soon as I finish something, I'll like render it out to like listen to it, and then that ends up being the master or whatever, because I don't listen to it so many times, and I'm like, okay, this is the one that I like, But
Mm. Okay.
that just goes back to me being, I don't know, that's just how I am.
I respect
I
that.
just, yeah.
So hitting the halfway mark, how you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I feel like I hope I'm not rambling too much. Like,
Oh no, no,
I'm trying to touch, I'm trying to touch uh as many bases as I can.
no, no. I mean that's what
So,
the podcast is for. Is a conversation. So no. Uh,
oh, okay, cool,
and
cool.
we just getting the chance to get to know you. And you was
Oh, for
doing
sure.
good. At least you're able to talk about yourself. So uh,
Oh
that
yeah, for sure.
that works. All right. So hitting the halfway mark. Uh, we actually have some collaboration that you might find interesting, or somebody just to network with. Our first one, shout out to One Nation. As you can see, their animation is playing in the background right now. Uh, they make a one-shot manga. They create their own story. All black characters. Um, shout out to the author. He's pretty dope. If you're looking to collaborate with somebody within that field, or just has connection to somebody, that's somebody that we can recommend. If you'd like to check them out, tune in.
Okay, bet.
Okay. Um, our second collaboration is with shout out to Mason Needladder, 2D animator. Um, he created his own animation uh, around all digital arts. So if you're looking for someone that can do logos, visual animation, or animated music videos, we have somebody that we can recommend.
Okay.
Shout out to our third collaboration, Jet Production. They make short action films. So they're looking to collaborate with artists using your music for soundtracks and even helping you create an action music video as well.
Okay. For sure. For sure.
And our last one, shout out to Black Sky Comic. Uh, he also got his own comic book as well, but he's a freelancer, battle rapper, and artist. Multi-talented guy. Um, if you find that interesting as well, we can get you connected through him as well.
Okay. For sure. For sure.
Okay. I see their information at this podcast. Uh,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
and the bonus one, I guess, we recently started getting into creating a own, not necessarily a music label, but we creating our own hub where people can gather, come together, artists, etc., create music around themes and challenges. For example, like mixing like horror with like Valentine's or some shit. Um, if you're interested in that, I keep you updated when it's in full play. But yeah, we just basically create themes and challenges for artists to come and create music around that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. And I'm curious, bringing this back to you. What is the hardest song that you created? Well, what was the most challenging song that you created out of your catalog?
Um. Let's see. Uh. Damn, that's a good question. I really gotta think about that one. I don't know, cause they all. I only really make music when the inspiration hits and I actually have the tools. Like
Mm,
like I don't even know how to describe it. Like if it's like when it's like I spend a lot of time like getting ready to be able to do it, and then it's just like when I have that moment to do it, I'll just do it. So like honestly, the only one that I could say that was like kind of challenging for me was this one song off my first EP called Once Upon a Time in Milwaukee. And it was kind of challenging because the beat was it was fast, but when I tried to record and like rap over it, it was faster than I anticipated. So I had recorded the opening, not the opening, like the first verse. I recorded it. It was just I can just remember getting very frustrated trying to record it over and over because like it wasn't matching up with the time on the beat because it was just like it's just a fast beat and it was just faster than because in my head I had wrote the lyrics to another song and then had just switched the lyrics to this song because the beat was similar but the beat was just a little bit faster than the words and I didn't want to change the words, so I just rapped it really fast. Like I couldn't figure out how to edit it at the time, so I just had to just do it really fast. So yeah, that one was not the easiest.
okay. And how you go about marketing and promotion?
Um, I it's not the best. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. Like it's really not the best. I just social media, pretty much.
That's all.
It's pretty much just social media, just posting. I don't really do ads, you know. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather try to do it organically, or just do it correctly, and I don't really know how to do ads correctly like that. So you know,
Okay. And I'm curious, you're independent, correct?
yeah.
Are you looking to sign to a label one day, or would you like to stay independent?
I mean, I personally don't see a reason to go like on a label, only because I feel like I've already made one of the best songs I think I'll probably ever make, and it's that track Aluciel's Manners. Like, it's not my personal favorite song, but it's definitely like my best song. Like, I really like put like 200% into that song, and it's just I just know it's just one of those waves that hasn't really kicked yet. So it'll hit. It's just when, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really I don't really pay attention to wins just because it goes back to the synchronicities. Like, if and when you know it'll be. So I don't really mind. I just try to do what I can with now. You know, now is the best time in my personal opinion.
And by your personal best, do you feel like you can't top it at this moment, or that's something that you would never be the top? Or what do you mean by that?
Well, not in that sense. Like, it can't be like overrated or underrated by anything else I probably do, because it probably could, but that song specifically is like those artists that I was describing that I want to work with. Like, it's like its own. It's like so solidified. It's like its own star. It's like its own thing where it's got its own, like, it may not be like the best cup of tea, but like it's this tea, and it's one of them ones where it's just like, okay, you could really put this song on for anyone, anywhere, and like there's gonna be some point in the song where you're bobbing your head, like, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just like it's it's just it's just got it's like those marble statues. Like, it's in there. Like, the statue's in there. Like, you just gotta chisel away all the other stuff. So just like all pieces of art, like, that's the way I look at it. It's just like I have a bunch of these slabs of like stuff to work with, and there's something in there. There's a masterpiece in there, but you know each one is its own masterpiece. It's just this one. What I'm saying? It's like this one was like, okay, it's one of them ones. So I'm sure there's a couple of them ones up in there, but so far I feel like this song has just been it because it just encapsulated so much of like what I really feel and what I like really want, and it just expresses what I have wanted in my life so well to me personally, that I'm just glad that I was able to be a vessel for this message to be brought through, because I mean, what an honor. I mean, they say nothing new is done under the sun, but that song
Hmm.
is pretty brazy. I don't know if I can say that, but
And by you said it was everything you wanted. It showcased everything that you wanted. That's what you was referring to.
yeah, it like, yeah, as far as like my inwardly, like my mind state, that like like what I want, like, I guess, like my frequency, or like my vibration, like my core vibration. It kind of is like that. Like, that song kind of hits like my core vibration for like me. Like if you wanted to get to know me, play Aluciel's Manners. And I actually named it Aluciel's Manners because the song is so polite. Like that's literally the whole like the reason why I titled it that. Like the song is really polite. It's nice. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just a nice song.
And when you brought up earlier about the label, um, are you saying that the label can't recreate that momentum that this like song set for you? Is that what you're saying? Like the song has set like a stable amongst your audience.
Yeah, personally, I don't think that song could. I don't think AI could have made that song. I don't think I could have bought that song. I don't think a label could have paid someone to help me write that song or do anything. Like I literally came up with the chorus one day because I was like so sad, and I was thinking to myself like what in my head would be the very identification of like the best thing to me. And
Mm.
like my best day ever is, you know, just like the song says, it's her telling me she's having the best day ever because you know what I'm saying, like it's just wholesome. Like that's my whole vibe. I try to be as wholesome as possible. I mean, I haven't been as wholesome recently, but that's just hip hop. That's just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the numbers up.
Okay.
But, you know, at the end of the day, you know,
Okay. And
yeah.
how do you wait, before I even ask that, I'm also curious on we know you for an artist. You produce as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah, for my first pretty much all my stuff for like the first 30 of my songs were made and like the beats were made and produced by me. It's just like the most recent stuff that has been produced by some other producers.
Are you starting to collaborate with other producers? Will this become a norm or
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm really enjoying um, sharing the workload because it's not like there's a shortage of creative people who aren't already doing the music, and it's not like there isn't like already some like masterpiece within this block of marble or whatever. Like it just the only thing is you just gotta take the time and find it, but I don't really worry about that just because synchronicities help me find pretty much what songs I need to be like focused on. I have like 5 or 6 in my playlist right now that I have found from other producers on YouTube that are like they got something in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could hear it within the first like 3 seconds. Like I just know. Like you know what I mean? Like you hear a song, you're just like, okay, yeah, there's you could definitely do something with that. So I got 5 or 6 lined up so far. And I mean I'm definitely liking um it's just really easy to 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 find something and it's also very convenient because you can like get into almost like any genre, and then just like as long as your heart's in it and you like got the mind to do it, you don't really have to know how to make this specific genre of music because like all I really know how to make is like the drum and bass and like the synth and melodies and all this other stuff and like pat- patterns and loops and stuff. um but I can make my music, my type of music, but it'd be a lot harder for me to make a country song or um, a rock song or something like that. It'd be a lot harder, it'd take a lot longer. So it's definitely a lot easier to find artists who are already doing that, and then just being like, hey, yo, let's. And then you don't really got to. do that most of the time. Like BeatStars is like pretty chill. Like you really don't even have to say much to them, but money talks. So
Okay. And my last question, uh, let's see. Damn, I had a brain fart. Um, no,
are you good?
uh, I guess I hit you with a fun question. Uh, if your music could be described as one color, what color would it be?
Gray.
Gray?
Yeah,
You have a
because it's a
reason for
mix. Oh yeah, because it's a mix of the highs and the lows, the pink and the green, the in and the out, the
that?
up
Pink
and
and
the
the
down.
green.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
I don't know why
The
I was thinking about butthole, and I was like, what the green means?
yeah, so like the left in my head, it's like the left hemisphere of your brain controls the right side of your body, and it's vice versa for the other
Okay.
side. So it's like there are these intertwined parts that control opposite ends. So it's just like what they say. As bad as it sounds, like the same thing as it is up here is gonna be the same way it is down there. So it's taken a minute and it's been a bit reluctant, but
Mm,
it's quite easy. It's been a little easier to alchemize and shift realities day by day and do a little better. Just day by day, just doing a little better, and that's all it is. Like law of accumulation, just like doing a little bit better, doing good as much as I can, and it's just been I don't know, it's been a lot better. Just
I know I was gonna ask now. What music could we look forward and to give you a heads up this podcast gonna come out within a month. So if you got any music that you plan on dropping within a month, you might want to promote it.
um honestly, I I can't guarantee that I'll drop music in a month. I wanna let
Or you could
what I've
just,
done so far
announce
breathe a little.
whatever you're working on and then, tell them to look forward to it. But I was just giving you a
Well,
heads up that this podcast is gonna drop within
oh, okay, for sure, for sure. Well, all I can say is just tune into what I got and just be ready. You never know when it'll drop. It probably won't be this month, but I'm definitely cooking up something for sure.
a month. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like what you got going on. Um, I'm especially particularly growing into like your newer stuff. Um,
Appreciate it.
no problem. I think you definitely got potential. I think your strongest suit is your voice. Um, so if you keep perfecting that, I think that could be like your main weapon. But I'm definitely curious
Oh
to
yeah.
see, what other type of music that you get into or produce in the future.
Oh yeah. It's definitely gonna be out of the box, but it'll always have the essence of it's got the stamp of approval by me. So you can always trust it. So
Okay.
it may not always be just alike. It may be a little different, might be a lot different, but it'll always it'll always be verified. So
Okay. Hey, it was great to have you on this podcast. I'm definitely looking forward to your success. Um,
hey, thank you for having me.
no problem. Those that subscribe to our podcast, they get some benefits, such as get your podcast out early and creating ads on our platform. So you can create your own advertise if you'd like to use our platform to promote your music. You're welcome to do that. Those that subscribe. Um, and we also starting, Tiny Desk.
I do not.
where the people like perform at the desk and shit. It's like a whole performance.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So basically, our version of that is self-recording. So like I said,
Hmm.
for the artist, you could self-record, your performance, or like studio, showcasing your music. That's welcome as well.
Oh, okay.
Um, and like I said, this one is a free trial. If you like to come back, there will be a fee, but we will do a ranking out of your catalog and give you, the opportunity to promote your music, just like we did here. And yeah, that's about it. Uh, but outside of that, shout out anybody that you wanna put on. Shout out all your platforms and drop a song out of your catalog you want the audience to tune to.
Yeah. So I definitely want you guys to follow. There's one artist in particular I definitely think everybody will listen to and enjoy. His name is She Loves Molly. Makes goth alternative. Is just really great music. Mess with it. And honestly, tune into my last three songs. They're up there, and I put so much energy into them that I guarantee you're gonna get something out of them. The last song being Alyssa Made Me Do It. It's becoming quickly my favorite song, only because of how much it just truly describes what I'm going through and just how I feel and just the kind of person I am. So if you really want to just get to know me and my music, it's a lot of love. It's a lot of lovey songs. So you can pick and choose. Like throw a dart, you'll love it. Guarantee you.
Shout out to you.